Hi, welcome back to New England Fire Cooking. I'm Aaron Higgins, and today this is my Corona video. This is our update. We're doing okay. We've got a frozen cow. We've got a decent amount of meat, and so on and so on. Hope you all are doing okay. I hope you guys are safe. But what I want to show you today is what I have here is a steak, New York strip steak, that has been cryovacked with a dollop of butter, some rosemary and thyme, and some kind of roasted garlic sauce in there. And what I'm going to show you next is what's called a sous vide machine. And basically it's a water bath with a heating element that heats water up to your desired temperature, and you can drop something like this in there and it takes a couple hours to cook. My brother's let me borrow this, James Higgins. You can see him on Instagram at jhig21. He's an accomplished butcher and executive chef, and he was the one that gave me this. Anyway, stick around, and I'm going to show you how to knock one of these bad boys out. Okay, so we got our water bath here. There's a fancy little flex hinge on there, and I've got about 8 quarts or so of water, and this here is the heating element. It's got a digital control panel up here that you can see when it's lit, or when it's lit, when it's plugged in. And then we got this little C-clamp attachment, and we're gonna set this bad boy right in here, and we're gonna clamp it up, and we're gonna get this water heated. Stick around. Okay guys, I plugged her in, and this is what this control panel looks like, and I believe what I want to do is, oh, not that far. For this, we're going to go 115, so 115 degrees. That's what he told me. It's my first time using one of these things. And there we go. I had to hit the play button. So I can hear it whirring up at 115 degrees. We're gonna, oh, that must mean the water's too low. Okay, so I added some more water, and our sous vide machine is ramping up here. And once we're at 115 degrees, I'll be chucking this bad boy in there. And I guess we're gonna let this steak sit in this water bath for 2 hours, and then we're going to finish it on the grill. Stick around. Okay guys, we're right at 115 degrees. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this steak, I'm gonna carefully slide this into the water bath, and now I'm gonna let that roll for 2 hours. Stick around. Okay guys, so we're about 4 minutes away from this sous vide New York strip coming out, and I got the little Weber Q fired up. I got it cranked on high, and the reason I did that is because we want to put some really good sear marks on this, and we want to finish this pretty quickly, so you want high heat. This is how we cook steaks during the Corona outbreak, and y'all are probably looking at me and notice that I look a little different, and that's because when all the barbershops are closed, desperate times call for desperate measures. Give me about 4 more minutes and we'll be grilling this. Stick around. Okay, ladies and germs, this has been rolling at 115 for about 2 hours. I'm gonna pull this steak out here in a minute, and we're gonna get this on the grill, and we're gonna get it seared. Stick around. Okay guys, so this is our sous vide steak. It should be right around medium to medium rare. Just came out of the water bath, and I took it out of the cryovac. We're gonna get it on the grill, and we're going to put some great sear marks on this, and then it's gonna be time to eat. Okay guys, so I got the Weber Q screaming hot right now. And before I throw this on, I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of cooking spray. Lay this right on. Give it a good press. and give it a turn in a couple seconds.
After 1 minute, you want to rotate the steak and get some nice sear marks on there. After 1 more minute, give your steak a flip, give it a decent press, get some good contact on the other side so you get those nice char marks on there. After 1 more minute, give the steak its final rotate and let it roll for about another 30 seconds to a minute, and we should be good.
Okay guys, here I am with this sous vide New York strip. Before I cut into this and see what we're dealing with, let's go through what we did here. Basically, what happened was we had this New York strip in a cryovac with a dollop of butter, some roasted garlic sauce, I guess you could say, or some pureed roasted garlic with some rosemary and thyme. Okay, now you don't need a cryovac to sous vide something like this. You could certainly vacuum seal it if you wanted to. And apparently, according to the research I did on this sous vide machine, you can buy one of these for 130 bucks. And you can use it for just about anything. You can do ribs, you can do pot roast with all your veggies and everything inside the bag. And you can throw it in there and you can set it and you can walk away from it and you can come back and you can pull out food ready to eat. So what we did was we had this steak with its butter and its seasonings and its herbs all in one cryovac, and we set it to 115 degrees. And we dropped it in the water bath and we let it roll for about 2 hours. And then what I did was I took it back out once it was done. Once that 2 hours was up, I took it out of the water bath and I got it on the grill. And according to my brother, my brother's been using these for quite a while. He's an executive chef and he's a butcher, so he knows what he's talking about. And I decided to give this a shot, and he was really, really stoked when I told him I was gonna use this in one of the videos. So once you're done, once you put your sear marks on it and everything like that, you can cut right into this and this should be ready to eat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just split this right down the very center. And I'm gonna see what exactly we're dealing with. And I gotta tell you, that right there is really, really awesome. That is like a perfect medium rare or medium, warm pink center. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carve me off a bite. And I wanna see what this sous vide machine did to this steak. I can tell you it smells really good, and I can't wait to try this. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. Oh, the tender meat goodness that just came out of this. That's perfect. That is 100% perfect. No seasonings needed. You don't need to add more salt. You don't need to add more pepper. You have all these awesome, awesome flavors coming from the rosemary and from the thyme and from the butter and the garlic and everything else that was in this particular package. Something like this, I could eat this every single day. I wish I could tell you exactly what went into the cryovac. I don't know. This was given to me by my brother and told me to, he said, hey, you really need to try this. And I gotta tell you, the bite that I just had was absolutely phenomenal. It was tender, it was delicious, it was perfectly cooked all the way through. You really, really cannot go wrong. Especially if you want a different alternative to a slow cooker, you could easily do a pot roast, you could do a shoulder chuck, you could do chicken, you could do seafood, you could do whatever you want. I could see this being a game changer for shrimp scampi. I'm willing to bet that would be absolutely incredible if you slow cooked shrimp in a combination of butter and garlic and white wine and olive oil and all that good stuff. Listen guys, you gotta give this a shot, especially for people who live in places where you can't have a grill. You could definitely sear this on a pan and it would be just fine. This is a home run every single time. For Pete's sake, I would totally pan sear this the next time to save myself a little bit of propane or charcoal. Guys, listen, if you like what you see here, if you really like the food that we're putting out, give us a subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, check us out on Facebook. Leave your comments in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. I'm about to get down on this steak. We'll see you next time. All right, ready?